Okay, it's a box. I don't know why I got these, but maybe I'll learn something. Like not to buy things I don't need. Okay, can we just... That's right. There are these kinds of pens. The kinds that make big broad lines. Whatever these are called. So let's try one out. Try this one. Hey, Will Hodge. Should I see if this pen works? Sort of a nice case. So this is what they look like. You dip them in the ink, and they make a big W. Will. Clearly, I don't know how to use these kinds of pens. They're for calligraphy, for this kind of lettering, this sort of Old English or italic, chancery script or whatever they're called. And you have to hold them in a way that's better than I'm holding them, I guess. Newton Stokes. Something Pontiac, Michigan, it says. So clearly you end up using an entire bottle of ink for every letter. Some of them have this little, you can see, on this side it has little slits cut in it. So I don't know if those are supposed to sort of pretend to be a drop shadow when you use it correctly. I imagine these work better when you use a certain kind of ink. Oops, how did that happen? That's how it happened. See, this says on this edge, this is solid, and about a third of it is these little tiny lines. So I don't know if it's supposed to make, I would think that it would, I don't know what I'm doing. Do you know what I'm doing? Does anyone know what I'm doing? So, Will, how are you? How's your shoulder? Well, how to use Newton-Stokes, that doesn't help. Stokes. Newton-Stokes. Stokes' law. S-T-O-A-K-E-S. Okay, let's see. The big party went okay. So here's what the pens look like. So here's what that pen says it does. Maybe it makes it darker. With the shading pen, marvelous effects can be produced without much skill or practice, as it writes thick and thin lines at the same time. All sorts of ornamental writing and lettering. It makes the shaded appearance for more graceful and correctly than would otherwise be possible, except by the most expert and skilled writers. There are very many ways in which the shading pen can be useful in ordinary writing and lettering. So there's shading pens and marking pens. So the shading pens have the little lines I was talking about. Let's see what this, it has been sold. This one has been sold. Playing around with new vintage Newton-Stokes, says Tumblr. Oh dear. I'll find. Trying out Winsor & Newton calligraphy ink dip pen. That's not what I want. So I guess I just have to learn to practice, I guess. But I just don't know whether I'm supposed to use India ink or, fountain pen ink. I suppose India ink is what would have been used back in the day, whatever day that was, Thursday. But look at this thing. You're going to use a whole bottle of ink, making one letter. But see, it looks to me like this would be darker than that, the way the ad looked. And I just don't know whether that's what happens. They look like they do the same thing. There must be the right way to use this, because you'd want to be able to make one entire stroke with it not half of a stroke. Pigment and ink like India ink. Do I have any of that around here? Let's try it out. Do I have any such animal? This is other. I imagine I'm supposed to use thick ink. I don't know if I have any. See, it's like, why bother? Stupid. Where's my India ink in this house? It's a goddamn house. I have Sumi ink. Should I try that? It's never been opened. Carefully pour it into the thing. Okay, let's try Sumi ink. Aha! Let me try something here. Instagram. Okay, so this guy uses this kind of pen. I've seen videos of him. I'm just trying to find where he actually does it on paper. But he's really, really good because he allows it to skip. And it's really beautiful how he makes it all work. But he's good at what he does, unlike me. So here he's using a parallel pen, which is similar to what I've got here. Here he's using a ruling pen, the Ozona. He knows how to splatter it. So can I learn to splatter it? Let's try it. See if I can splatter. It really catches. It just, you have to hold it exactly right, otherwise it just digs right into the paper. Well, I'll probably try to sell these at the next pen show I go to. Let someone else learn how to do it. I like its little oilclothy looking case. Let me try. These are the modern pens you can get that do the same thing, essentially. These maybe aren't as sharp on the side stroke. These actually can be filled with a cartridge. So these would hold regular fountain pen ink. But I do have, see, here's another one of the ones that I just got, but a different brand. Maybe I'll try to do something with them. I mean, you know how I like to try to learn how to draw something in a new way. Maybe if I draw rather than letter. I'll be happier. But anyway, Sumi ink worked better with it than fountain pen ink, so I will remember that. And maybe if I try a certain kind of paper, I might have fun. I don't know. We'll see. How are you guys doing? Other than your shoulder. what has not been fun about your life? And you don't have to tell me publicly, obviously. I haven't sat at this desk for a long, long time. I've been sitting on my couch and drawing on my iPad. Low blood pressure. Are you taking medication to fix it? Sumi brush, Sumi ink. As you can see, I'm an expert Sumi ink user. Here, just call it a day. It's supposed to be a point, not a, looks like my cat's tail. Oh dear, it's been happening to me as well. I have to stand up really, really slowly and count to 3 before I walk anywhere. Dear. Oh my. Well, I imagine you can get pills for that, I presume. Okay, folks, I'm going to go back to my couch and I'll catch you later. And maybe I'll try to figure out something to do with these pens I just bought on eBay, because clearly this isn't right. Anyway, be good. Bye-bye.